So I wasn't watching, but I saw that one of the haters had done this video a while back, at least a week or two ago, where she discussed Chelsy Davy, Harry's ex-girlfriend, in the context of, the way she put it was that Harry really messed up by dumping Chelsea and marrying Meghan. And she was sort of um, surmising about what Harry's missing now in his current miserable state in Montecito with his failed marriage to Meghan, and with Chelsea off, living her best life and having a second baby, and married quietly to some guy from Eton who was a year ahead of Harry, and this, that, and the next. And so, in other words, basically what she's saying is that Chelsea would have been a better wife for Harry. And it was interesting. I think that I'm sure that Harry wishes Chelsea well. I'm sure that Harry wishes the best for Chelsea and I guess for all his ex girlfriends. I don't think he doesn't strike me as the type of guy who has ended his relationships in an unfriendly way. He seems like he ends relationships in a very graceful way, and I'm sure that with Chelsea, he still feels, not love, but some kind of, goodwill. He feels like a sense of goodwill towards her, and he wishes her the best. But the idea that this YouTuber was trying to insinuate, if not flat out state, that Chelsea would have been a better wife for Harry and that his marriage to Meghan is such a disaster in comparison is really, really fascinating to me because, look, if Harry had married Chelsea, it just would have been very milk toast. I don't even know what that means, but it just seems very milk toast. And to me, what it means, what I think milk toast means, it's just very, very bland, very, like nobody would even care. Of course, you would hear every now and then an announcement, whether she's had a baby or whatever. But he would be very much sort of Fergie and Andrew part 2, 2.0, And who cares about Fergie and Andrew at the end of the day? He wouldn't even be living in a house as grand as Fergie and Andrew. Maybe he would still be at Frogmore Cottage or some other little nondescript offshoot place that they would just brand him with to be with her, right? And they would have their children, and it just would be very, very milk toast, very dull. I think that Harry has become the global statesman he has become because of his marriage to Meghan and not in spite of. It's because of Meghan. The Harry Meghan combination is the thing, right? Is the thing that has made them the phenomenon they have become. Nobody would be on YouTube with a channel specifically dedicated to Harry and Chelsea the way that there are thousands of YouTube channels dedicated solely to Harry and Meghan. It just would not happen. There would be no Harry and Chelsea YouTube channels. Okay, maybe one, maybe two. Okay, give them even five, you know, obscure YouTubers who were, talking about them. But absolutely nobody would care. Also, the media wouldn't really, really care, except insofar as, if there were any scandals that they could report upon. But they would not really have a whole section of their business model dedicated to Harry and Chelsea the way they do with Harry and Meghan. Harry and Chelsea, first of all, is not a revenue generating couple, right? Not really. Yes, they were stalking them, and Harry talked about it in the court case, that they were surveying them and their phone calls and so on, and Chelsea found it hard to deal with. So yes, there would have been that, but it's not the same kind of business generating slash revenue generating coupledom like Harry and Meghan, right? Harry and Meghan are a unique phenomenon, and it is big money phenomenon. They are a force to be reckoned with on every level. They are fascinating. They're newsworthy, right? They are exciting. They're interesting. And you it's like it's addictive. They are addictive. People become utterly addicted to Harry and Meghan and their story and their whole sort of, you know, thing. Harry and Meghan are a thing in a way that Harry and Chelsea just weren't, and they wouldn't have been. They couldn't have been because there's not enough there. That it's Harry and Meghan are a thing. It's because of the whole thing, all that it is, all that Meghan is, all that Harry is. Meghan, because she was so against type, she was not the type. She's not a shoe-in for a royal bride by virtue of the fact that, yes, she's American. Yes, she was a divorcee. And God forbid her mother is of African descent. It's never happened before, right? So that alone is a novelty that people are just like, oh my God, really, right? And that makes her newsworthy and interesting and exciting. But beyond that, Meghan in and of herself is just very, very interesting on her own without all of the other adjectives. She just knows how to be interesting and how to be exciting and how to keep things moving and, just going from one thing to the next. And so she's not boring in and of herself, right? And Harry always had a bit of a pulse, that's true. And I think if he had married Chelsea, he and Chelsea would not have left the royal family and gone anywhere. Well, okay, maybe they could have gone to South Africa, but then it just would be they'd be forgotten. Nobody cares, right? Harry and Meghan left the royal family. That's like a thing. That's huge. Nobody does that, right? And if they do, okay, Edward did it and moved to France, and that was the end of him. Harry and Meghan did it and moved to Hollywood. I mean, Hollywood, you guys, all over the world. I mean, there is no other like Hollywood in the United States, right? Even British actors, it's their dream, it's their ultimate goal, get a contract in Hollywood in America. It's the very pinnacle of entertainment, okay? They moved to Hollywood and they aligned with all the top guns in Hollywood. This would never have happened with Harry and Chelsea, right? And then not only Hollywood, but also in politics, branching out to all of these political alliances. Now, Harry speaking at the Clinton Global Initiative. This is only the start. Other things are going to come. And also globally, these tours, whatever you want to call them, royal tours, whatever that they're taking, would not have happened with Harry and Chelsea. They're happening because of the combination, the unique combination of Harry and Meghan. It's a very unique thing. It's a very unique thing. And so if Harry had married Chelsea, like I said, it just would be, very ordinary, very ordinary. And I don't say that to put Chelsea down, but I mean, it just would have been ordinary. And marrying Meghan and the relationship, it's extraordinary. It's extraordinary. And it will continue to be. I mean, look, even if that marriage blows up, it still will be interesting, right? And it's something that you can't even describe it. There's no formula. You can't replicate it. It's just a unique thing, a once in a lifetime thing, this Harry and Meghan union, right? So, no, I don't agree with this YouTuber that, Harry should have married Chelsea and that he would have had a better situation or blah, blah, blah. You know, Harry marrying Meghan is the thing. And even for that YouTuber, because her whole channel is about Harry and Meghan, right? So they're literally paying her rent while she disses them and tries to tear them apart. Literally, they're paying her rent, right? And buying her food on her table as Harry and Meghan. This would not never have happened with Harry and Chelsea. So she should be on her knees, as far as I'm concerned, in gratitude and thanksgiving to Harry and Meghan, and stop with this nonsense about Harry and Chelsea. I mean, Harry and Chelsea were cute, but it's just nothing compared to the situation he has with Meghan. It's just nothing compared to the situation he has with Meghan. I mean, that's a situation that, it's just like once in a lifetime, like I said. Anyway, best to Chelsea, with her jewelry launch and her new baby and da 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 da, but she is no Meghan, not by a long shot. See you in the next one. Take care. Bye.